Welcome back to another episode of Talking Sports with your boy DP. NBA playoffs. We got some teams moving on to the next round, waiting on their next opponent. And we got some teams still battling it out in the second round of these NBA playoffs, dog. So we're going to talk about the games right now. Right here, we're going to talk about the teams that won, that's moving on to the next round, wait, and then we're going to talk about the teams that's still in the battle in the second round, bro. Now, I know I missed a few games, to cover and talk about them, you feel me? My job, I work overnight, I be working hard, I be grinding hard, you feel me? So I got to get it in. Just excuse my absence, But, hey, I had to get that work in, you feel me? I work overnight, baby. Your boy be tired. But let's get into it, though, man. First game we finna talk about. The Indiana Pacers move on to the next round, defeating the Cleveland Cavaliers in Game 5, 114-105. Pacers win in a 4-1 fashion. I told you guys this whole time, I was rocking with the Pacers because the Pacers, they're a hot team. I seen them do it last year. When they get hot, they're hard to beat. And listen, man, it's hard to compete with that when you're not following the game plan to which where it helps your team, it benefits your team. And that's what I'm speaking on the Cleveland Cavaliers for a simple fact. You got a bigger team. Y'all had the more dominant post players. You should have just focused on dominating the paint. I always say this. I say this about each team, but in some situations, it's the only thing that makes sense. You went out there trying to shoot threes and go in a shooting competition with Indiana Pacers. When these guys be cooking, man, it's hard to do. But shout out to my boy Tyrese Halliburton, proving to the world that he ain't overrated. 31 points, 8 assists, 6 rebounds, 10 of 15 from the floor, shooting 67%, and 6 of 10 from the three, shooting 60%. That's what I'm talking about, Tyrese. If you're going to shoot them things, make them things, baby. That's the way to go. That's how you do it. Pascal Siakam also hooping out there with 21 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists, 8 of 20 from the floor, shooting 40%, and 2 of 5 from the three, shooting 40%, man. I get some water, man. The Pacers, I feel like they're going to be a tough matchup for whoever they play out of the Knicks and the Boston Celtics, bro. Just being honest. This game, the Pacers shot 50% from the floor, and they shot 43% from the three. The playoff series, they averaged 118 points, and they also averaged 29 assists this playoff series. And they was hot majority of the series, averaging 50% shooting from the floor. The entire series, man, Pacers is giving the Cleveland Cavaliers buckets, dog. I'm sorry I'm getting fumbled on my words, you feel me? Getting choked up a little bit. But Donovan Mitchell, man, gotta give him boys credit. He played even though he was hurt, ankle injury. 35 points, 9 rebounds, 4 steals, 8 of 25 from the floor, shooting 32%, and 4 of 13 from the three, shooting 31%. They should just bang in the paint, man. Evan Mobley, he came to play with 24 points, 11 rebounds, 8 of 12 from the floor, shooting 67%, and 1 of 2 from the three, shooting 50%. Now, as a team, the Cavaliers shot 39% from the floor, and from the three-point line, they were 9 of 35, shooting 26% from the three. They averaged 29% from the three shooting this playoff series, so they really shot themselves out of this series. They try to compete with a team that is real good at shooting. They should have focused on playing defense and getting the ball to the paint. And Darius Garland, he was a no-show for the most part of this playoff series. So they really didn't help the Pacers no way, no how. It's going to be an interesting matchup to see who they play in the Eastern Conference Finals, man. Let's move on. We got the Golden State Warriors getting defeated by the Minnesota Timberwolves. Minnesota win this series 4-1. That's what I'm talking about. That's how you do it. I pretty much figured the Warriors were going to lose this thing. I ain't think they had enough to compete with the Minnesota Timberwolves, especially since Steph Curry has been out. So, sad news, you feel me? The Warriors getting a little older. But I'm going to talk about these winners real quick, man. Timberwolves win 121-110. Julius Randle is out here handling business, man. He's been giving them 2 games back-to-back out here playing his heart out. And, giving the Warriors them buckets, man. 29 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists, 13 of 18 from the floor, shooting 72%. 2 of 6 from the three, shooting 33%. Shout out to Anthony Edwards, man. He been a little bit more consistent these last few games from the three. But as the man of the team, as the face of the franchise, we're gonna need to get more. I'm gonna need to see more out of Anthony Edwards because depending on who you guys play in this Western Conference Finals, they're gonna need everything, man. The Timberwolves gonna need everything from you. Now, 22 points is cool, but we're gonna need you to dominate a little more. But shout out to Anthony Edwards anyways. 22 points, 12 assists, 7 rebounds, 3 blocks, 8 of 15 from the floor shooting 53%, and 5 of 9 from the 3 shooting 56%. So I told you, my boy, he was cooking a little piece, but we're going to need a little bit more if you want to let the other team know that you're here to play, whether it's the Nuggets or the Thunder, man. But you have to come with it when you play either or of those guys. Either one of those guys. Let me say it better like that because it sounded a little too country the first way I said it, you feel me? Also, man, the Timberwolves was up by 25 points at one point in this game. They had 36 assists in this game, and they shot 63% from the floor. I'm talking about the Timberwolves was cooking, man. And they had 72 points in the paint, shot 42% from the three, and they had 16 fast break points, man. The Warrior players that came to play, even though they didn't get the win, they finna be in Cancun celebrating they loss. But Brandon Porzingis, I don't know how to pronounce it, you feel me? You know, a lot of these foreign players, I'm gonna jack up their names all day long. Hey, you can laugh at me or whatever, but it is what it is. But Brandon Porzingis, 28 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals, 11 and 19 from the floor, shooting 58%. And Jonathan Kuminga with 26 points, 3 rebounds, 2 blocks, 11 and 23 from the floor, shooting 48%, and 3 and 9 from the 3, shooting 33%. Yeah, man, the Warriors, they getting old, man. You feel me? They top 3 guys, Steph, the Chef Curry, Jimmy Butler, Draymond Green, they all will be older next year also. And they already old at that. We shall see if anything changes from next year. I feel like they need more size. They kind of small, to be honest with you. They don't really have a big to compete with the Western Conference. The Western Conference usually have a lot of bigs, you feel me, centers and power forwards that could make some noise and dominate the paint. So we're going to have to see a little roster movement, a little roster changes in the offseason for the Golden State Warriors if they want to, get to where they can compete at a higher level than, you feel me, they did tonight in these playoff series. Because without Steph, the Chef Curry, it wasn't really much they could do. Jimmy Butler didn't give him what I thought they was going to give him. And Draymond Green, you feel me, he gave him what he could, but at his age, him playing the 5 position it's not the best thing, I would say, you feel me? In the minutes that they're trying to get from Draymond, I don't know. The man getting a little older, so I'm really lost for words. What I want to say as far as for the Golden State Warriors, but hey, we'll see next year, man. Shout out to the Minnesota Timberwolves. Way to get it done, 4-1. Next round, we'll see. And now let's talk about the Game 5s that's still going on in the NBA playoffs in the round 2. Well, the round 2 games that's still going on because the first 2 teams I just talked about, they waiting in the Western Conference for their opponent, out of these games that I'm about to talk about right now. So the Denver Nuggets lost to the OKC Thunder 112-105. The Thunder go up 3-2 in this series, man. What a battle. This has been a great playoff series, to be honest with you, man. These teams have been going back and forth. They had a very poor shooting performance in Game 4. Both teams was horrible from the 3-point line. But we're going to talk about Game 5 right here. We ain't going to talk about the past. Now, I came into this series saying that I thought Denver Nuggets was going to pull it out. But, man, Denver Nuggets, man, they having some problems, man, as far as getting their bench to come out here and ball and give them something. Their bench has not really been hooping like that, and the starters have been having to play a lot of minutes, and I feel like they've been getting tired later in the latter half. And on the other hand, you got OKC Thunder. They bench has just been going stupid. Feel me? Last game, I want to say they bench had 35 points. This game, they bench ended the night with 22 points, man. Listen, OKC Thunder bench players have came to play and is ready to play. But let's talk about the high man, dog. SGA, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander for the OKC Thunder with 31 points, 7 assists, 6 rebounds, 2 steals, and 2 blocks. 12 of 23 from the floor, shooting 52%, and 1 of 3 from the 3, shooting 33%. Man, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Jokic is putting on the show for this NBA playoffs, man. Who's it going to be? Who going to win the MVP, man? You might as well give it to the guy who team win this series. If we being honest, man, these guys are out there doing their damn thing. Jalen Williams also gave them help. Really, the OKC Thunder whole team was just balling, bro. Everybody was giving them buckets from everywhere, bro. But like I was saying, Jalen Williams with 18 points on the night, 9 rebounds, 4 assists, 5 of 14 from the floor, shooting 36%, and 2 of 5 from the 3, shooting 40%. And I gotta give a shout out to Lou Dort, man. Lou Dort said right. My dog was hot, bro, in the fourth quarter, man. He had ended the night with 12 points and 4 of 8 from the 3, shooting 50%, dog. He was hot in the fourth, man. He gave them key 3-pointers that they needed to go ahead and pull away to get this win and move this thing on to another round. To another game. Game 6 will be in a few days. It won't be tonight. So we're going to see, man, what the Nuggets do. But I got to give a shout out to Nikola Jokic, man. The man has been balling crazy, bro. 44 points, 15 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals, 17 of 25 from the floor, shooting 68%, and 5 of 7 from the 3, shooting 71%. Bro, it don't get no better than that, man. The man needs some help. I don't know who's going to step up and help him out on the Nuggets, but he needs some help, man. Jamal Murray, he been scoring a little bit, but he hasn't been consistent. Aaron Gordon hasn't been consistent. Russell Wilson's been hearsay, she say. And Michael Porter Jr., I know you got a shoulder injury, big dog. I know you need surgery on your shoulder, but that's not going to help your team right now. You are really not a factor at this point in the playoffs, and the Thunder is treating you that way. They need somebody to give them something, give them a spark, or give them some kind of hope to replace what they're not getting from Michael Porter Jr. It's just saddening at this point. But I'm going to give a shout out to Jamal Murray for the 28 points, had 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 10 of 27 from the floor, shooting 37%, just horrible, and 3 of 13 from the 3, shooting 23%. It's horrible, man. It's ridiculous. They need more when you have a guy, the best center in the NBA, going off like this, giving you everything. And they damn sure need more from the bench. The bench only gave them 10 points this game, man. And I want to say they was one of 16 or 1 of 20 or something from that nature in the fourth quarter. The bench player, well, everybody besides Jokic. Just put it that way. They didn't give him nothing. And they was 0 for whatever from the 3 in the fourth quarter, besides Jokic, man. Jokic was the only person balling in this game, giving these guys what they needed to go to the next round. And if they don't step up, and they don't tighten up, and they don't help out Jokic, it's going to be Cancun on 3 for these guys, man. Now, I got trust that the Denver Nuggets can tie this thing up 3-3, but the Thunder just giving them a little too much, man. And the Thunder might win the next game and close this series out. So that being said, I'm going to go out on a limb. I'm going to say the Thunder going to win it. The Thunder going to move on to the next round because Denver, the bench ain't giving them nothing. And you feel me? You can't get 100% from all your starters because one of them's hurt. So we're moving on to the last game we're going to talk about, man. Way to get it done. Boston Celtics defeating the New York Knicks 127-102. The Knicks still lead the series 3-2, man. I don't think the Boston Celtics are going to be able to come back. Like, if the New York Knicks blow a 3-1 lead, it's going to be a pure flat-out embarrassment to the New York Knicks organization and the city of New York. It's going to be embarrassing if you blow a 3-1 lead. But the Boston Celtics, man, they honestly, they can come back now and make a run, because I've seen many games where they have performed without Jason Tatum. Jason Tatum out with the Achilles injury, man. Hopefully you get a speedy recovery. That sucks for the Boston Celtics, you feel me? Missing one of your main guys. But like I said, I know the Boston Celtics can still hoop and get buckets without Jason Taylor. Like my dog Derek White with the ball head. 34 points on the night, 3 rebounds, 3 blocks, 9 of 16 from the floor shooting 56%, and 7 of 13 from the 3 shooting 54%. And Jaylen Brown also came to play with 26 points, 12 assists, 8 rebounds, 9 of 17 from the floor shooting 53%, and 3 of 5 from the 3 shooting 60%. And as a team, they shot 52% from the floor. I told you when the Boston Celtics get hot, they hard to beat, and I'm surprised we didn't get this version of them throughout this playoffs. I'm surprised they even got down 3-1. But the Knicks took advantage of every opportunity that the Boston Celtics gave them. And shout out to the Knicks for that. And also this game, the Celtics shot 45% from the 3. Had a 28-point lead at one point, and it was 11 lead changes. So it was kind of going back and forth in the beginning, but then the Celtics just pulled it away. They had 36 points in the paint also to the Knicks 26 points. And they had 12 team blocks. So way to go, Boston Celtics, for getting this thing done, man. Pushing another game, living the fight another day. And Josh Hart, high man from the New York Knicks, 24 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, 7 of 15 from the floor shooting 47%, and 5 of 9 from the 3 shooting 56%. Jalen Brunson, the aka the Assassin, with 22 points on the night, 6 assists, 7 of 17 from the floor shooting 41%, and 1 of 4 from the 3 shooting 25%. And the Knicks also shot 36% from the floor as a whole. Now, if the Knicks want to close this out, we're going to need Jalen Brunson, the assassin, to turn up, close this thing out, get hot, and make them threes that he was missing. And we also going to need Karl-Anthony Towns to play bigger, to play big. He finished the night with 19 points, but we want to see more from Karl-Anthony Towns, man. You got to dominate. If you dominate, this thing's over. Y'all going to the next round to face the Pacers, and y'all going to get y'all a rematch. Because I feel like, honestly, if y'all play the Pacers this time around, y'all going to be more healthier. And you feel me? You added a big man to the party. But you gonna have to compete with the Pacers, man. Them boys get hot. You feel me? They ain't out there playing around. They doing their damn thing. But we're gonna see, man. I feel like the Knicks is gonna be able to close it out either next game or game 7. But I feel like the Knicks will win this series. If they don't, it's gonna be an embarrassment to New York. I'm trying to tell you, dog. But shout out to the Boston Celtics for getting the W, pushing the series on to another game. Yeah, man, that's all I got for y'all today, bruh. The NBA playoffs, they getting real interesting. We're going to see who make it to the next round out of the Knicks and the Celtics, and out of the Thunder and the Nuggets. You feel me? I'm stumbling all over my words. Old country boy here, but bear with me. But, I want to thank everybody, rocking out with your boy, coming to the channel, checking me out, you feel me? Shout out to all the love for the shorts, shout out to the video love. Keep rocking out with your boy, man. It's all about you. Like, share, subscribe, you feel me? And your boy DPI, baby.